binoculars and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with former President Josep Maria Bartomeu, of course, who have recently assured that there are no irregularities in Frankie de Jong's Barcelona contract. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Pablo Gavi, it has been reported that the Barcelona prodigy reaches final stages of contract extension, so there's no panic in either camp. We're also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into those stories, please, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to do so. Give the video a like and please watch it right up to the very end. Former Barcelona president Josep Maria Bartomeu has defended his management by mentioning that there are no irregularities in Frankie de Jong's contract, saying that the renewals that were carried out during the time frame were completely within the jurisdiction. Speaking to France Football via Mundo Deportivo, the 59-year-old said that during the pandemic, the team, of course, was forced to impose a 12% salary cut for all athletes who were under contract. This not only includes the football team, but also include handball, basketball, hockey, and futsal teams as well. He said, surprisingly, reputable and independent professionals such as Ernst and Young, Deloitte, which carried out in-depth due diligence, or the Kroll agency did not detect any irregularity in the contract of the Young or any other player, nor the legal services of the club and La Liga, said the former president. It must be noted that Ernst & Young audited the club in June 2021. Deloitte did their part in September 2021 before Kroll got into action in December 2021. Adding further, Bartomeu said that during the 2020-21 season, the team was once again forced to propose a new salary cut, which was carried out through a wave of contract extensions. Of course, it was during that time that a number of players, including Gerard Piqué, Marc-Andre ter Stegen, Clement Lenglet, and Frankie de Jong, put pen to fresh deals. This was done in order to recover from a terrible financial situation, although it is important to note that it was by no means a permanent solution. In fact, the aforementioned salary reduction was supposed to be received by the players once everything goes back to normal, he said. We had the means to extend player contracts during my tenure, but the situation changed under the terrible and unexpected blow of the pandemic. We imposed in March 2020 a 12% salary cut for all professional athletes for football, handball, basketball, hockey, and futsal in order to reduce costs. Then, during the 2020-21 season, we proposed a second salary cut in exchange for a contract extension that would allow them to recover their conditions once the pandemic was over. Some footballers agreed to do it, he said. The 59-year-old also recalled that in June 2020, we approved revenues of 1,047 million, a record, but with the pandemic, this finally amounted to 782 million euros, that is 265 less than expected. Interestingly enough, the aforementioned outlet says the Athletic mentioned a possible criminal offense during the preparation of Frankie de Jong's contract, which was done by Joan Laporta's management. It is believed that the Dutchman was asked to annul all the terms of his previous contract that was signed under Bartomeu for him to sign a new one. This was majorly done in order to reduce the wage bill so that the team could register the new signings. However, the former Ajax midfielder decided to continue with the previous terms instead, while it remained a problem for the team for some time. Selling a majority share of their internal assets eventually pulled them out of the trouble. So Bartomeu continued to defend his management. Of course, we all know investigations that are still going on for this corrupt president, and at some point, hopefully, he will be caught and sent to jail. But let's see how it's going to look like. Earlier, I think last month, when Frankie de Jong's future was up in the air, was so uncertain, we got a lot of reports, strange enough, saying that Frankie de Jong's extension that was made alongside ter Stegen or something like that, Lenglet's contract that they did extend when Bartomeu was still in charge, it was illegal. Laporta's management was claiming that de Jong's extension was illegal, and of course, But so far, we have not heard anything about that again. So that was something that came as a surprise. But Frankie de Jong insisted that he will respect his current contract and he will not go back to his old contract, because the management of Laporta were trying to tell him that go back to that old contract because this contract extension you made with Bartomeu is illegal. And they were threatening that they will even take the matter to court. But maybe I don't know if they'll do it again. But so far, nothing has been said about that anymore. Barca went ahead, sold some key assets, did activate some economic levers in order to raise funds, and of course, buy some much needed players in the team, paid some debt. So here we see Bartomeu trying to clarify matters again, that there was no way that the extensions or whatever, the renewals of some of those players back in 2020 when the COVID-19 pandemic was there's no way that those extensions are illegal. All of them are okay, according to Bartomeu, and he sees no reason why Barca should come out with such complaints. So let's see how things go. So interesting to see how things will end when it comes to Bartomeu. He's still there in Spain. And of course, Laporta have always vowed that they will get to the root of this matter. Then, moving on to the next story of discussion, a month ago into the new season, Barcelona have done an excellent job of building their squad around the new signings. However, while they have largely managed to make adjustments to their wage structure in order to bring in the new players, the club are yet to extend the contract of one of their prominent young players in Gavi. The young midfielder is considered a key component in Xavi's midfield unit, but his current contract at the Nou Camp expires at the end of the season. This had led to intense speculation over his future at the club earlier in the summer, with the likes of Liverpool and Manchester City sounding out potential move for the Spaniard. Barcelona, however, were able to fend off the suitors by promising Gavi a new deal. Transfer expert Fabrizio Romano has now offered an update on Barcelona's contract offer for Gavi, suggesting that the two parties are on the verge of officiating the new agreement. After long rounds of negotiations, FC Barcelona have been able to reach personal terms with Gavi. The player is more than happy to sign a new deal and secure his long-term future at the Camp Nou. The youngster has voiced his desire to continue his progress at Barca in the past. The influence of Xavi has made a key role in his conviction, especially with the Barcelona coach now offering him regular game time ahead of experienced stars such as Frankie and Frankie de Jong. And now it appears Barcelona are set to reward Gavi with a new deal. There had been slight speculations over the midfielder's future lately, but the club have no doubts over the quest to tie down the player on a long-term deal. Fabrizio Romano suggests the new contract extension could only be a matter of time, though it remains to be seen how Barcelona deal with the financial implications, especially in the midst of an inflated wage budget. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.